good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Open House with Linda. Today we are joined by Michelle Bell of MC Bell Law Firm. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning, Linda. How are
I'm
you?
doing well. How are you this cold and rainy day?
I'm comfy cozy. See?
Good. So, Michelle, would you like to start by just telling us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get into the workings of your business?
Absolutely. So like she stated, my name is Michelle Bell. Yes, it does rhyme. I get that, but it's through marriage, not my parents. I've been married for about 15 plus years. Every day is a new day. I commend the man, because a lot comes with me. We have three children. I've had my own firm for about 10 plus years. And I'm a new Peloton user. Yeah, they got me. Black Friday deal, and I'm like, what? But I've been on it though. I've been sticking to it.
Very
So
good.
it's
Very
not a New Year resolution.
Very good. So you said that you've had your own company now for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
So tell us about MC Bell Law Firm.
Yeah. So MC Bell Law Firm, I started it oh gosh. Yeah, about 10 plus years ago. And we do estate planning.
What
So
motivated you to start that business?
oh my gosh. So I've always wanted to be a lawyer since the fourth grade. My
Oh,
mom used to, I know I'm gonna date myself, but my mom used to watch Perry Mason all the time. I would come home from school, that's what was on TV. And I was like, oh man, that looks like fun. So since the fourth grade, I've always wanted to be an attorney. I never knew that I wanted to have my own until I was studying to take the bar and I worked at another law firm. And when I walked out, I am a spiritual person. So when I walked out, like I really had this feeling of you're meant to have your own. And I'm like, wait, what does that mean?
mhm.
But in the way things transpired after that, I was like, oh man, yeah, I'm meant to have my own. But once I started my firm, I realized I should have had my own a while ago because working for other people, it just always felt like a too tight t-shirt.
Okay. So your business is estate planning.
Yes.
Let's talk about that. What are some of the things that we as consumers don't take into consideration or don't know about estate planning or the importance of doing that? I mean, we don't have a lot of money. I think we don't think that we need to do that kind of thing, but share with us your 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 business model for estate planning or what things we need to know about estate planning.
Absolutely. So with estate planning, let's just get a few myths out the way.
Okay.
You do not have to be rich to have one. That's number one. Number two, it's not taboo to talk about it. I know some families like, oh no, you'll be taken care of. Don't worry about it. Everything's good. It's not taboo to talk about it at the kitchen table.
Okay.
GoFundMe is not an estate plan. I have nothing against GoFundMe. I think it serves a purpose, but
Okay.
that's not an estate plan. So I just want, oh, and if you have minor children, naming godchildren, godparents, that's a myth. That's not a legal guardian naming. That is more on the spiritual level. All
Okay.
right. Judge will be like, that's cute, but I can't do anything with that.
Okay.
Okay. So I just want to get those myths out the way.
Okay.
With estate planning, what you need to look at it as, it's not so much as, oh my gosh, if I talk about it, I'm going to die tomorrow. It's not always about death, right? You have to look at it from the perspective of living. So your estate plan is your love letter to your family, your friends, even your fur babies, because you can
Love
put stuff
language.
aside for
We're
them.
coming into that month. The month
Yes,
of love.
there you go. But that's the best way to explain it. It's a love letter to the people you love, including your fur babies, right? And it's, I love you so much that I'm making all the decisions now. So all you have to do is just follow my instructions and you all can grieve together.
Okay.
That's really what it is. So if there's anything you want to pass on to future generations, I don't care if it's just like we do a family wealth legacy interview. That's what it's called, family legacy interview. And that's where you can leave a video like this. I'll
Okay.
ask the question, you answer it, and you just go for it. And it does not have to be the, oh, if you're watching this, I must be dead type thing that you see on TV. Cute
Right.
for entertainment, but it have to be for real life.
Okay.
But it can be anything, any message you want to leave to your family because you're no longer there. So what if your children, grandchildren, great grandchildren, you want them to see you, you want them to hear you. This is something that can be passed on, but you absolutely can leave, there's recipes. You have that generation that's like, oh no, I can't share these recipes. They may leave that recipe because then they're like, well, I'm no longer here, so I can pass it on to you.
Speaking of recipes, my grandmother had one for blueberry dumplings. That thing was so good. Nobody knows how to make it.
See?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
See?
So estate planning, will, probate, they all work together. Is a will a part of your estate planning? And
Yes. So estate planning is really a fancy way of putting stuff together, right? It's more than just documents, right? It's an experience. It's a legacy you're passing on to future generations. So part of it is the documents, which is a will. Most people know what that is, which is a document that says who gets what, when and where, and who's in charge of making sure that happens. A trust is very similar to that in that it also states who gets what and who's in charge of making sure these things happen. There are a couple of differences between the two. So one, a will doesn't take place until a person has passed away. Trust is while you're alive and once you've passed away. A will, if a person has a will, it's usually filed with the court once that person passes away. And because it's filed with the court, it can be part of public record. So I know here in the state of Maryland, we have I'll just pick a county, let's just say Prince George's County. You can go on their register of wills website, you can click estate search, you can put in anybody's name, John Smith. Click on it, you'll see whatever documents were filed in John Smith's estate, and you can pay 50 cents a page and you can download. You don't even know John Smith,
right.
but that's part of the record. So a trust is private. So only people who knows what's in the trust are the people who are listed in it. It does not get filed with the court. It kind of avoids, it should, if it's done correctly, avoid probate. And probate is the court process.
So who goes?
So wait, there's a myth. I forgot one. There's a myth that I want to get out there.
Okay.
If you only have a will or you don't have a will, your family is still going to go through probate. They're
Oh,
still going to go through the court process. People think if I have a will, then that's all good. My family will not have to go through court process. That's a myth. Your family will still go through the court process if you have a will or you don't have a will, right? And then the other thing is um, when you I can't think of the word right now. Oh, if you don't have anything in place, your state has an estate plan for you. You just may not like it.
oh, okay. Because one
Every
of my
state has
questions
a
was,
rule.
yeah, I had one of those that answered one of my questions, which was, what are some things that people don't know about, this estate planning or will, that type thing. So that answered that question.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So, in terms of estate planning and the services you guys offer, your firm offers, it's wills, um, trusts.
Yeah.
What?
We're very comprehensive.
Okay.
So we do, you have, the option of wills, you have a trust, your healthcare directives. Like if you want to be on life support, if you don't want to be on life support, you want pain relieving measures or you don't, like those healthcare directives are involved. HIPAA forms, that's just you're listing the people that you're okay with knowing your health situation. They're not making any decisions. We do give a healthcare power of attorney. That's where you do list individuals you're okay with making medical decisions for you because you're still alive. You
Right.
just can't communicate, or you may have a mental disease or defect or mental defect where legally you shouldn't be making decisions.
Okay.
So these individuals, are the people that you've listed in order who can make healthcare decisions for you. There's a financial power of attorney. These are individuals that you list in order that can make financial decisions for you. You're still alive. If you're in a coma, your mortgage, car note, any any of those bills, they still have to get paid. So you
Right.
got to have permission for, people to make these decisions while you're unable to do that. We do a remembrance. You can absolutely dictate how you want that to be, whether you want a full-blown service, a memorial, and how it wants to be. And you can be as creative as you want. Like, I'm a big sports fan. My
Okay.
husband is a big sports fan. We are a sports family. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I live in Maryland right now, but I'm from Brooklyn, New York. So all my sports team were New York teams. My
Okay.
husband is from here.
Okay.
So there's a little caveat. I don't want suits. I don't want that at my funeral. I just don't. Because
Okay.
that's not me. I want
That's
everybody to have some sort of sports paraphernalia on. And I don't care what it is, it can hat, t-shirt, whatever, jersey, pants, it doesn't matter. You gotta wear something. But my husband, there has to be one piece of clothing that is of a New York team.
okay.
I can put that in my remembrance because
Okay.
that's what I want. So you can be as creative as you want. So there's a bunch of other documents too. And of course,
Okay.
the legacy interview. We try to be very comprehensive in what we do.
Excellent. When your life is over, we're talking about estate planning. We talked about your funeral already, and I have to wear some sports paraphernalia. But what would you want people to remember about Michelle Bell?
She was comfortable in who she was.
Oh, nice.
That's right. There's nothing else you can say, but oh yeah, she knew who she was and she was okay with it, whether you liked it or not.
Yeah, yeah. So tell us, Michelle, how can we get in touch with you, or our viewers get in touch with you if they're interested in more about learning more about estate planning and your services?
Oh man. Usually I'm always putting an event out or a webinar, so you can see that there. But my email is mbell. So M as in Michelle, B as in boy, ELL at M as in Michelle, C as in cat, B as in boy, law, P as in Paul, LLC.com. The office phone number is 240-230-3633. And of course, the website, www.mcblawp as in Paul, LLC.com. But yeah, I'm always hosting educational events and they're fun ones. I have wine and wills, whiskey, wine and wills,
Oh
tequila, taco,
goodness.
and trust. Look, we have a ball, but we also learn. People walk out understanding where they are, what estate planning really is, and we have a ball learning how to do it. As you can see, death is not always doom and gloom.
It is not.
It's not.
It is not.
I
So,
love you.
so Michelle, we will have your information posted at the end of this video, so our viewers will know how to get in touch with you. Again, I want to thank you and let you know that I appreciate you for taking the time to meet with me today. And I'm
Absolutely.
looking forward to your next event because they are really fun and they are very informational. So thank you
Thank
for all that you do, and thank you for being with us today.
thank you so much, Linda. Oh, and I have to always compliment when I have another female host. Absolutely loving the whole look.
Well, thank you.
I'm loving it.
As well.
I throw compliments all the time. There's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with that. All right, Michelle, thank you so much.
You're welcome.